Okay, so these videos are going to go over the final exam sample for Math 95 beginning algebra. So let's start with number 1. So the questions that are on the final exam will be similar in type to these. You want to make sure you know how to do all these types of problems, and it's also good to do variations in the textbook as well, besides the ones I'm doing here. You want to do all different kinds that look similar to this, so that way it doesn't matter what kind of problem is on the final exam, you'll have confidence that you'll be able to do that correctly. So it's always good to go over more problems besides the ones I'm doing here. So let's go ahead and get started with number 1. This kind of problem with these parentheses, that means that you want to go ahead and use the distributive property. First, go ahead and multiply the 3 times the 5 and 3 times the minus 2d. This is a negative here, so you got to be really careful with your signs. This is a really common mistake that I see, is forgetting them to take that sign and carry it to whatever the second term is. So make sure you do that correctly. So 15, and then times 3 times 2d is plus 6d. And then we have minus 2 times the 1, so minus 2. And then minus 2 times the 2d here, so minus 4d. And then that equals 7. So that's the first step, is to clear out the parentheses. Okay, so next what we want to do is we want to start combining like terms together. The first like terms that I see here on the left hand side is the 15 and the minus 2. So I'm going to go ahead and combine those together. 15 minus 2 is going to give you 13. And then the other like terms are the d terms here. So 6d minus 4d is 2d. That's a positive. So positive 2d we get left over. We haven't done anything with the right hand side. Next, we need to leave the variable on one side, bring the 13 over. So I'm going to subtract 13 from both sides. You're left with 2d, so 2d equals 7 minus 13, and that's going to give you negative 6. Then we just divide both sides. Remember, we're always doing opposite operation on this, so if it's multiplication, it's division. Divide, and we get d equals negative 3. So negative 3 is your answer for number 1.